Hanover Square Press and HarlequinAudio present Hazel Says No, a novel by Jessica Berger Gross, performed by Emma Galvin. For Lucian. A spider's web is stronger than it looks. E.B. White, Charlotte's Web. Part 1. Hazel Says No. 1. The principal's office. Hazel Blum, please report to the principal's office. Hazel Blum. People say. High school English teachers. Grandmothers on the crosstown bus. Joan Didion. Hazel's mother. That everything can change in an instant. In Hazel's admittedly limited experience, this wasn't true. Change, whether political or personal, took an eternity, and generally didn't amount to much. We plod along like caterpillars until we're squashed under the boot of patriarchy and homework. It wasn't until one morning in Maine, on the first day of her senior year at Riverburg High School, that Hazel realized her naivete. Of course, change could happen in an instant. It just hadn't happened to her. Not yet. Hazel Blum, please report to the principal's office. Hazel Blum. Hazel sank into her seat, wondering if she could get away with pretending not to hear her name over the loudspeaker. Moving senior year was awkward enough. To be called out in front of the entire student body on the first day of school was more humiliation than a human could take. Hazel Blum. There was nothing to do but half-heartedly raise her hand. That's me, she told her statistics teacher. I'm Hazel. Then off you go. Hazel grabbed her books or magic tote bag, containing one composition notebook, a number 2 pencil, a black pen, her house key, a tampon, and a copy of Sally Rooney's latest novel. She headed out the homeroom door, past the media center, which looked like your basic prison library, past the auditorium, with its black cinder block walls and crumbling, more likely than not, asbestos-riddled ceiling, past classrooms in various states of disrepair, circling around to the main office where the guidance counselors sat. Coming from the New York City public schools, Hazel was used to peeling paint and institutional lack. Riverburg High, though, was next level. A sign painted directly on the wall said administrative offices, with an oversized arrow pointing down the hall. She turned the corner. The principal was sitting at his desk. They knew one another. Not well. He'd given Hazel and her parents a tour of the school at the start of the summer, something her mother had insisted on. Not that there was the option of some other high school in town to attend. But Hazel supposed this made her parents feel like they had the illusion of choice, like they were taking care of her. After that, the principal had made a point of talking to her at the town pool. Since she hadn't bothered to find a summer job, Hazel had been forced to take her brother Wolf swimming during the weeks he wasn't in theater camp, in charge of making sure he didn't drown, literally or socially. That July and August, Hazel became something of a fixture at the pool, sitting with her legs dangling in the deep end like a pair of straws in a glass of iced lemonade, or else sprawled out on one of the plastic Adirondack chairs dotting the unshaded lawn, or lying face down on her ratty owl beach towel, reading her way through the public library's uneven fiction section. It was cheaper, and probably as effective, she figured, as having her parents shell out for one of those pre-college summer programs for would-be English majors. The principal was a regular there, too. She'd noticed he was one of the few fathers. When they encountered each other in the blazing afternoons, he'd stop by her towel or chair or poolside.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?